Hey, you weren't finna catch on.
No, it's one of the most competitive people that ever came through the school, straight up. I mean, it wasn't even about anything else. He just didn't like getting beat at anything. So whether it was basketball, football, Demetri Wright was a 100% athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't got nothing bad to say about him, man. I hate he's gone. You know, I think about his kids a lot. Think about his family. When I see him, we all talk about it. They always best for me.
Yeah.
Because our relationship.
Yeah.
Going back to that brotherhood, I played defensive back my junior year, and I was behind him. And I've been playing running back my whole life. And coach switched me up, and I wasn't particularly happy about it, but Demetri kind of, he took me in. And I want to say that year he was on the kickoff team, and he wanted to be sure he could cover. He didn't want to have no ass or anything, so he said, "Hey, tell him, come on, sub me out." I subbed him out one game, and I said the whole rest of that season, I just stayed in that spot with him. And it's just him coaching me through, especially with defensive back converting from running back, and playing through into the state championship game. I think I was lucky enough to take down Francisco Kelly. We're not gonna say that name too many more times, but
Yeah.
he was just there, just cheering on. And I had to even go back to junior high, running track. Like I said, Bob said he was very competitive. We was in Holly Springs, and we needed to win that mile relay to win overall. And I was third leg. He like, Till, you need to be first leg. Not even saying anything to Coach Robinson, who was the head coach. He'd be first leg and go ahead and get a lead on us. And I do the anchor and then bring it on in. So I had never ran the first. I said, okay, well, you say so to me, I trust you. So got out there and I got us a good enough lead, and he brought it in on home. We were able to win it. He's just was a great guy, competitive, and he would encourage you. He'd stay on you, but he was very competitive. But that was nothing good thing to say like Bobby said.
I don't understand why teams kept throwing at him. I know I got less targets, but still, I mean, he set the state record I seen year with interceptions. He had, 14 picks that year?
And I don't think it's been broken
It
yet.
has.
Oh, it
got,
has been?
It got tied by, I can't think his name. His name is Tiptoe. They call his nickname was Tiptoe. Yeah,
Last name was
Richard.
Richard.
What was his name? He played with,
It was like that. 14. No, it was like that.
Tiptoe. I can't think of his real name. He passed away a couple years. Now his name was. You got to edit this part too, but because I don't want to mess up the dead. You know what I mean? But but he tied it a little bit later than a guy this past year just broke with 18.
Oh, 18. Wow. Okay.
I think somewhere down by Picayune, somewhere like that. But the guy just broke his record or something like that this past year. But yeah, he held it for a long time. 14 interceptions during the regular season, and then he had another 3 during the offseason. I mean, in the playoff. So I'm like,
And then had some in Mississippi State too. So
yeah. And Northwestern went all American at Northwest, and then went to Mississippi State, had a great career. So like I said, man, D was a different kind of animal.
These days they name the defense. Did y'all defense have a name?
Oh, well, to this day, I think 98 is still one of the best defenses.
Yeah, I don't know the name. We didn't have a name for it, but hey.
Well, they were calling themselves the Nasty Bunch or something
that
like
was
that.
a younger guy.
Younger
later on.
guy,
We didn't
yeah.
have to have a name.
No,
Our name was, let's get out of here in the third quarter. That was our name.
I don't think. Man, it was.
I checked the stats a few years ago. We might have between the 3 years that we played, we probably had more goose egg games than probably. I don't know. You have to go back up until Braden started playing.
That's without having Danny Dozen.
None. We had no Danny Dozen, our whole team. In 1998, we didn't have not one Danny Dozen. Mario didn't make it, Corey didn't make it, Demetri didn't make it.
Which was funny.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that even
And
the
we
coaches
won it.
pointed out to us. They said, so they want to play us like that. So he had us playing with an edge every game.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you one thing about our coaches.
Did we come out ranked number 3 that year?
Yeah.
Number 2 or 3?
Our coaches had us thinking we can play against junior colleges and colleges.
They sure did.
Like literally, we wanted to play because, and I can tell you this now, it is be public. Nobody wanted to play us out of state or in state because we tried.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. What was the best advice that you got as a player? From coaches or family or whatever, teammate? What's your best advice?
I think the best advice we got, but didn't know we was getting it, would continue to fight. Because and never give up on yourself. Because in this sport, a lot of folks can have doubts against you, but as long as you don't have doubt against yourself and you're willing to fight for it, you can prove a lot of folks wrong.
And that's all about leaving it all on their field too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. Don't have nothing else left when you get done. Leave it all on their field. That's it.
Just how to face adversity. Just I used the Moss Point losses again, just how people kind of wrote us out, especially going into our senior year. Playing Moss Point that first game and lose, like, well, we know what type of season it's going to be, but we saw that game the next day of practice and said, hey, we done losing. We done losing. It don't matter who else we got to play at the end of this season, we're going to win. So that brought us more close together just to say we're going to keep fighting no matter what. We're going to win it all.
Yeah. So this is your last question. What did you take from your time as a football player and use it to get where y'all are today?
We just talked about that.
Yeah, like, to be honest, I don't think either of us that's left this field is scared of any challenges that's been facing from us. I know myself, I've been through all type of adversity, different things, the challenges put in my face. I don't think I've backed down anything. And that's one thing, like, we face things face first. Whether it be, words, whatever it is, like, I know that I don't go around anybody else. I take it, head on, not afraid to deal with anything, and, keep working until you push through it.
And the thing is, man, they taught us to just fight, and we take that same thing, because I try to put it in our kids, but it's hard to how we grew up around this era. It's hard to put that in the same era as our kids are, because I use that same method that Coach them taught us in the weight room to now, just to stay in shape. Because anytime I feel like I'm feeling a little out of shape, I go back to the days of how it was in that field house. I go get a jog in or something, and they just make you don't want to just get down on yourself. You just got to keep pushing.
Me being a coach now, I take all the stuff that I learned from my coach, especially Ed Stanley, and instill it to my players. And I let them know right now, when the off season, I said, this is where we win our games right now. That conditioning program, weight room. We can't be in there playing. I got to stay on them a lot about this, the joking and playing. They want to record and do the TikTok stuff like that. But when we in the weight room, we here to work. Pick up all the social media and stuff out there, practice and stuff like that. But when we in the weight room, we here to work. We here to get better. And just having that instilled in me, I know in Bobby and Justin as well, we take that on. It's with our players I coach, I do with my children as well, just to have that toughness and just that dedication and commitment to whatever you want to do, whether it be sports, whether it be your job, family, whatever it is. And it all started right here.
Okay, that's a good point. Wanted to ask you, as a coach, are you seeing, are the players as tough as y'all were?
I have to say no. They're not, because I want to say because they have more leisure time now, and like I said, the social media and the technology. You do have some who have like coaching parents like us that came through, Coach Stanley or Coach Danny Ray, Coach Lights, Coach Robson, who are those hard workers. But we have a lot of them that's kind of, I want to say, baby, or just want to be on the team for a name instead of just working for it.
I feel like it's a different time too. Like, a lot of kids now don't have the added motivation to work for, because a lot of the parents are already taken care of. So we had, a lot of us had different motivation. We saw a lot of struggle around our home. We saw a lot of, lower incomes and different things where we were needed to, do things on our own or do things for ourselves. Like, a lot of these kids now have a lot of added help. Like, we had each other as trainers. Like, a lot of these kids now have their own personal trainers, and it's a different time. A lot of people have made a lot more money and moved off in a lot of different places. So, with it being like that, like you said, along with technology and along with the parents doing better for themselves, it's kind of, the kids don't. Some of them naturally have the talent, and some of them naturally are able to go out here and be motivated, but a lot of them don't have something to be motivated for. And the kids that you do see excel out of these programs and stuff, you go back to their homes, and you can tell kind of why. They're motivated to be in a position to work hard and do these other things, But like I said, now it's a socio-economic thing that I think it is. It's kind of tough to want to get up and work when you got everything. You go in most of these kids' bedrooms now and you see big flat screen TV, internet, they got cars already, they got all stuff. Like, we had to, at a younger age, like, we got to get good grades in order to get a little bit of money out of somebody, or get, I'm going to say money, but rewarded. So we were working hard to be rewarded. And it's hard for these kids to work hard when they already have everything you're going to reward them.
Yes.
It was a motivation.
All right. Do y'all have anything else y'all want to add?
Hey, look, I'm just going to say Coach Robinson, Coach Lysett, Coach Stanley, Coach Wright, Coach every other coach that we had, Coach Cole, man, we love y'all, man. Y'all had a big impact on us, and still going to this day. I tell my kids, and I hope my kids tell their kids about y'all, and the impact that y'all had on us gonna last forever. And we love y'all.
I love that. All right, thank y'all so much.
No problem. I'm glad we could be a part of it.
It's good to see everybody.